My younger brother Jason ruined my childhood, destroyed my marriage, and now he wants my forgiveness. Let me tell you how we got here. Jason was the golden child. I was the background noise, that quiet older sibling who did his homework, followed rules, and never asked for much. Meanwhile, Jason broke things, screamed, stole, and still got praised for being energetic or just a boy. Our mom idolized him. Dad was mostly working, but Mom, she would cook his favorite meals, even if I hadn't eaten yet. If I complained, I was too sensitive. If Jason punched me, I was starting drama. It was suffocating. As a kid, I used to think maybe if I was funnier, louder, more like him, I'd be seen. But I wasn't. I was quiet, bookish, and apparently invisible. Jason always mocked me for wearing glasses, for liking chess, for not being cool. I remember once, he poured soda into my backpack before school just to watch me panic. He'd read my texts out loud during family dinners, even convinced our parents once that I had stolen money from him. When he was the one who had snuck into my drawer and taken it, no punishment, not even a slap on the wrist, he called it. Brotherly teasing, called it psychological warfare. The worst part? Tolerated it. Because when I fought back, my parents would take his side. Every single time. High school was when things turned dark. I came home one day to find my posters torn, my laptop smashed, and Jason laughing. He told me I deserved it because I had snitched about him skipping class. When I told our parents, they said I must have misunderstood, that maybe I had accidentally damaged it myself. Jason learned he was untouchable, and I learned that my suffering was background noise to everyone around me. So I shut down. But I made one promise to myself: I would get out, and I did. I studied my way into a top college 2 states away, left home with a small suitcase and a massive sense of relief. The moment that bus pulled away, I felt like I could finally breathe. College was a fresh start. I made friends, joined clubs, even got a part-time job tutoring, and then I met her, Claire. She was sweet, curious, and everything I thought love was supposed to be. We met in a poetry class, and she teased me for annotating everything like a madman. Our connection was instant. She made me feel seen in a way no one ever had. After 3 years of dating, I proposed. She said yes through tears. It was the happiest moment of my life. I brought her home that Christmas to meet my family. She was nervous, but I told her it would be fine. God, I wish I had listened to my gut instead of trying to pretend like Jason wouldn't ruin things. At first, everything was great. Jason was charming, polite, even helpful. He offered to take Claire to get coffee, showed her childhood photo albums, and made her laugh. I felt a strange twist in my chest watching it all. It was unfamiliar. Jealousy? Or was it just fear? She told me Jason was so different than I had described, that he seemed nice. I smiled. But deep down, I knew it was a mask. Still, I was happy. We got married 6 months later, for 2 years. Our life was peaceful. We traveled, worked, and talked about starting a family. Claire worked as a graphic designer and had a small but loyal client base. I taught high school literature and loved it. Then, everything shattered. Claire started acting distant. She was always on her phone, going out late, laughing at texts she wouldn't show me. I asked if she was okay. She said I was being paranoid. Until one night, she didn't come home, she claimed. She'd fallen asleep at a friend's house. But I knew something was wrong. My instincts screamed at me and I listened. I checked her phone while she was in the shower, and there it was. Hundreds of messages. Not just anyone. Jason, I felt like I couldn't breathe. I dropped her phone and stared at the wall as her laugh echoed from the bathroom. It's like a ghost mocking me. They had been seeing each other for over a year, meeting at hotels, texting about how boring I was, how naive I was. My own brother, when she came out, I didn't yell. I just asked, "How long?" She froze. And then she confessed everything. She said it started as a mistake, but kept happening. That Jason understood her better. I was too soft, too predictable. I asked her if she loved him. She said she didn't know. But the final nail. She said she was pregnant, and she didn't know if it was mine. I felt like the room was spinning. like the walls were collapsing in on me. I left that night. No yelling, no slamming doors. It's just silence. I stayed in a motel for a week before. I could even bring myself to speak to anyone. Then I called my parents. I needed them to know. To finally see who Jason really was, I told them everything. The affair, the texts, the pregnancy. My mom cried. Not for me. For Jason, she said, he's always been so lost. My dad, though, he was silent for a long time. Then he said, "Come over. Let's talk." When I arrived, he hugged me. That alone almost broke me. We called Jason, put him on speaker. When I asked him why he did it, he didn't even apologize. He laughed. He said, "If she came to me, maybe you should ask yourself why." My dad exploded. I had never heard him raise his voice like that. He told Jason he was dead to him. That the family money, the house, the investments, they were all coming to me now. Jason screamed, cursed, begged, but my dad hung up. That was the last time we spoke to him. I filed for divorce, took a paternity test. The baby was his. I don't know what hurt Martha, betrayal, or the fact that I had been preparing to raise a child that wasn't even mine. Claire begged me to forgive her. Said she made a mistake, that she didn't want to be with Jason anymore, that she wanted me, but I didn't. I moved out, got my own place, started therapy, started healing. It's been a year. Jason dropped out of college, works at a gas station. Now, he and Claire live together in a one-bedroom apartment near our old neighborhood. They're raising the child, and yesterday I got a call. It was Jason. He was crying, said he was sorry, said he needed help, said he couldn't afford diapers or rent, said he missed me. I almost laughed. This was the same man who mocked me my entire life, who stole my wife, my future, my trust. He said, "You're my brother. You can't just leave me like this." I said, "You're not my brother," and hung up. Now here I am, wondering if that makes me heartless, wondering if I should have said more. But sometimes silence is the only justice left.